Hello, everyone. So, welcome to my little commentary on Chapter 6 from The Alter Ego Effect by Todd Herman. This is what we're reading in our book club for intermediate and advanced speakers of English in fall to 2020. We might renew this session as well because it's really a fun book to talk about. Anyway, so what was Chapter 6 about? Chapter 6 is called The Hidden Forces of the Enemy. Your enemy, of course. And the superpowers of your alter ego are going to fight this enemy and get it out of your life so that when you're on your field of play and you're going to have your moments of impact, you're just going to shine and bring out the best of yourself. That's the crux of the story. Anyway, so I really like the way Todd Herman asks us to define our enemy and because the better we define it, the more we can fight it. This is quite an interesting chapter. It's got my favorite story, which is about the tennis champion who didn't need to win because she knew that she could win. She was very fair play. And, she would be a harsh player until right at the end when she knew, oh, I can beat this person. And then her game sort of dropped off because she didn't want, to impose herself. What a great story. Anyway, so as Todd Herman, tells us, life is duality. We've got the hero and we've got the trapped self. We've got the hero who is fighting the enemy. So this poor tennis player's problem was she was so fair play that on her field of play, at the end, she just sort of said, I don't need this extra victory, do I? While her coach was obviously ripping her hair out. So the moral of the story is you have to choose which aspects, and you have to carefully choose which aspects of your personality you want to bring in your field of play, and which aspects of your personality are going to go into your alter ego. Because, if you're a competitor who needs to win, you have to be able to do it, right down to the end. And not just before winning say, oh, I know I can win, so, I'll stop now. So this is where he kind of, well, no, he doesn't kind of. He gives us the list of absolutely a horrible list of what these nasty little voices might be saying in your head. Oh, you're not good enough. Okay, so you succeeded this one time, but we know you'll never do it again. And he's got this horrible list that if you go and read it, you know that if you occasionally doubt yourself and you have similar kind of little downers, so to speak, you hear similar downers, then you know that it's not your fault. You've got to fix it. Just because reading this list is actually a terrible experience, and you wouldn't want it, you wouldn't wish it on someone else, and yet so many of us do it. Perhaps not all the time, but I'm sure all of you have experienced that negative little voice in your head saying, what? Or whatever your name is. You think you did this well, but actually you didn't. Or you could have done it better. We don't want, why do we keep doing it? Anyway, so Herman suggests 3, actually, reasons why we keep on listening to, negative injunctions, so to speak. One is the imposter syndrome, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. And a second one can be personal trauma that someone has lived through, obviously. And the third one is narratives. Now, this is also interesting because it basically means your environment, in your family, where, for example, women not supposed to lead, or men weren't supposed to cry or to be tenderhearted. These are obviously stereotypes, but narratives are very interesting, and he does talk about that in chapter 6. In chapter 6. Now, if I need, to summarize chapter 6, I would say it's okay to scrutinize yourself, to really look at yourself carefully. Think of athletes. They do this, when they're watching their own games and practice on videos to see how they can improve and what they can do. So it's okay to look at yourself that way and to see exactly what you need to fix and how you should do it to reach your moment of impact and kill your enemy. Anyway, see you on Thursday for our, chatting session. And see you next week. And remember to go on the website and to practice the, listening and speaking parts of the program. Anyway, thanks so much. Bye.